The dawn of June 28, 2025 mirrors another dawn in ancient Makkah, a city nestled between barren hills, still and silent before sunrise. The Kaaba stands at its heart, a silent witness to generations. As the city stirs, a man named Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, is already awake. For 3 years he has quietly shared a divine message with only his closest companions, but this morning, the time for secrecy ends. The sun rises, merchants open their stalls and the city's traditions pulse with life. Makkah's people are proud, bound to their ancestors and the idols surrounding the Kaaba. They are unaware that today, everything will change. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, feels the weight of his mission. The message he carries is for all humanity, not just a chosen few. Today, he must step into the open, ready to face questions, doubts and anger. The message of Islam is about to emerge from the shadows, forever altering history. In his home, the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, receives a clear command from Allah, and warn your nearest kindred. The time for secrecy is over, the message must reach his family and tribe. The Quraysh, guardians of the Kaaba, are deeply invested in their idols and traditions. To challenge this is to risk ridicule and hostility, yet the Prophet's trust in Allah outweighs his fears. He considers how to gather his people for such a momentous message. In Makkah, urgent news is announced from a high place, a call no one ignores. With resolve, he prepares to sound this ancient alarm, not for war, but for truth. His heart is firm, his purpose clear. He will ascend the mountain, not with weapons, but with the truth of revelation. The time has come to deliver the trust placed upon him. The call that will echo through history is about to begin. The crowd grows, the city falls silent, anticipation thick in the air. The Prophet stands before his people, ready to speak. The stage is set for a message that will change the world. The audience is captive, waiting for the most important announcement in their history. The moment has arrived.
Why has Muhammad climbed Safa? What could be so urgent?
Word spreads. Muhammad the trustworthy is on the hill. The leaders of Quraysh gather, their eyes fixed on him.
What is the news?
Who is calling?
The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, walks purposefully to Mount Safa, the city's traditional place for urgent warnings. Climbing the rocky hill, he stands above the city, ready to deliver a message from the heavens. He calls out, Ya Sabaha! Ya Sabaha! The ancient alarm, the city stirs, people rush from their homes, merchants abandon their stalls. They affirm his honesty, publicly acknowledging his trustworthiness. This is the foundation he needs. If they trust him with worldly warnings, should they not trust him with a warning from God? He has prepared their hearts for the truth. The bridge of trust is built, now he will ask them to cross it. The stage is set for the core message.
We have never known you to lie.
Yes!
O people of Quraysh, if I told you an army was behind this mountain, would you believe me?
The Prophet Muhammad surveys the crowd, his family, his tribe, the leaders of Quraysh. He begins not with a sermon but a question to remind them of his character. Whispers spread, tension rises. The message of Islam is now public, a direct challenge to Makkah's order. The peaceful dawn has given way to confrontation.
To forsake our ancestors' gods is unthinkable.
Has Al-Amin lost his mind?
Is this a joke?
The message is clear, abandon the idols, embrace Tawheed. Confusion and disbelief ripple through the crowd.
O Banu Hashim, O Banu Abd Manaf, O Banu Zuhra, I cannot save you from Allah.
The crowd falls silent, realizing the true gravity of his words. He calls each clan by name, urging them to testify to the oneness of Allah and his role as messenger.
Then I am a warner to you of a severe punishment to come.
With trust established, the Prophet Muhammad delivers his message. Abu Lahab's arrogance is condemned in divine scripture. The battle lines are drawn, not just in Makkah, but in Revelation itself. The Prophet's honor is defended by Allah.
May the hands of Abu Lahab be ruined. He will burn in a blazing fire.
His insult is public and sharp, meant to humiliate and discredit. Hostility replaces silence. The opposition is now open. The Prophet remains calm, bearing the insult with dignity. But Allah responds instantly, revealing Surah Al-Masad.
Taban Laka, may you perish, is this why you gathered us?
Suddenly Abu Lahab, the Prophet's uncle, erupts in anger. As the crowd disperses, the Prophet Muhammad descends Mount Safa. The message is out, the struggle has begun. He walks through Makkah, knowing hardship and resistance await. Every person must now choose tradition or truth. The Prophet's faith is unwavering. This act of courage marks Islam's turning point. He stood alone, armed only with truth, facing the power of his society. This public declaration is the seed of a global faith. Today, over 1 billion Muslims pray toward Makkah, guided by the courage shown on that hill. His legacy is a living inspiration to be brave, truthful, and trust in Allah's plan. The first step was the hardest, but it made all others possible.